a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This is Rashad Penny, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
One left.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Big jumbo.
They go play action now. Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. They go play action with Wilson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Aaron Lynch. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Christian Kirk deep to return it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Gone!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, Rosen. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Detroit! Detroit!
3rd and long here for Rosen. It's caught. Nelson. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Watching that, Marty!
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Coleman. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. So give him the 1st down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle made by the quarterback, Chris Campbell.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Gotta go. Check 50.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Now here's Michael Dixon. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaunton hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Janikowski adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. No, check, Patriot.
Back to the air, Rosen after the pick 6. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there of 22. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Again, it's Rosen. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
So that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Rosen to throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He's going to get it running right. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
It's Coleman here. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Gotta go. Tempo. Right.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Play action. It's Wilson. He's got his man. It's Brandon Coleman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. Now Wilson on 2nd down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. 1st down Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin. To go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. On 1st down, Wilson. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running 2, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let's go work. Let's go to work. Gotta go. Check. Shoot. Hey.
They'll run for it with Penny. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Rosen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now Rosen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Andy Lee now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
14, got it.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On play action, Rosen. And incomplete on the deep ball. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gone! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Now he's forced out left. And incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run with Logan. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
On 2nd down, Rosen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll try to get the offense going with Hill. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hold on for a second. Mike 52. 19. Gun. 14.
They go play action with Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Dorsett on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Drops it off for Coleman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tevin Coleman. He scored on the ground and through the air.